So for my idea, I'm basically coming up with the concept about a woman who starts to play a record, and as she plays the record, she starts to dance in like the middle of her room. It's going to be like quite dimly lit, quite small, like loads of little things around that obviously like build up on her character. And as she's dancing, she's getting flashbacks of a past lover she's been with, because the songs bring back her memories. And there's going to be flashbacks between herself dancing and then her and him dancing, and they'll be together, flashing back and forth, and it slowly reveals at the end that she's basically killed him. And it's an eerie realisation that the woman's memory has basically all been distorted by her guilt for killing him. But then she's also kind of not really guilty because she's dancing and she's kind of happy that she's killed him. So it's kind of like an emotional atmosphere, emotional roller coaster. But I'm trying to think of what target audience that would be able to be aimed at, and topic-wise, what I'd research.
It depends on how old the people are.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Shutter Island, like the way that he, like, gets those flashbacks and those
but it's the wrong.
those delusions that his wife is.
Wait, what will the flashbacks be?
Her and him dancing, I think.
I feel like anyone,
But slowly, maybe her killing him or something like that. But I don't want to focus on her actually killing him.
No.
Because...
Sorry.
No, go on.
I'd say like 20 like young adult, like I feel like any kind of, it's not like specifically like women or like men.
And I want to make it like set in the 1950s/60s, like the piece that we had done before.
Oh, maybe they're older then.
I don't know. I think topic-wise it would probably be aimed at a younger generation.
Yeah.
But
because they like the gritty sort
yeah.
I think for your target audience, I think it would be like for our sort of age group, because they like the more gritty stuff. I mean, visually, it could be like for an older audience that could like relate to, I don't know, a husband thing. I'm trying to think, would you do like the changing of colouring?
Yeah,
like the flashbacks
I want there to be really, I want it to be focused
I
on colour
think
quite a
you
lot.
don't even need to explicitly show that, I don't know, she's messed up or something. It's sort of show not tell, the fact that she's dancing and stuff. I think it would be good if you just like do a sort of sequence of her around the house and then just continue doing the flashbacks as it goes through. I think that's like a simple structure that works the most like effectively, because it doesn't get confusing.
And you think I should base it in one room?
Yeah, well, like, I think it would be good to keep the pattern of the dancing quite similar. You could almost do it in slow-mo. Wait.
And I want
my throat went weird. I'm trying to think. I have an idea. Do you know dissolve transitions when they're like, somebody, if I put my hand out and then there's a delayed, like, less opaque one, you could do her
just
doing
dancing around
stuff like through the... I've got a good scene you can analyse that does that. And then...
And I want a lot of camera movement. Like, I want the camera to kind of move with her dancing. Like, I want quite...
Have you seen Haunting of Hill House? No. Oh, so you won't get my reference. It reminds me of a scene where it's the ghost of her after she killed herself, dancing around her room, looking just really just out of it, but smiling, but looking sad, but still.
That would be a good... Just keep that in mind, because that would be a good...
I'll show you.
For me to analyse.
I'll show you that.
You could do like the memories with her husband or boyfriend or whatever all in the same room, so the one that she's dancing in. I don't know if that works or... And like, I don't know, you could overlay like memories, so when she's dancing they could like be in the background.
Do like an overlay edit.
Yeah, that's what I was... that's what I was...
Like, say if she's
of
like
different
spinning,
things,
they could like they look like ghosts, two of them like sat there,
that's
doing whatever, I don't know, and then like another side of the room, them there again, then like, I don't know, something
that's literally what I like pictured, like if she's slow dancing and then They're like really like opaque.
And colour.
And she's like going around too.
And colour-wise, what colour do you think I would be able to start with and then transfer into? Because I want it to like slowly go into a different colour, like the one and the last one.
Yeah, I feel like lighter, not light, but like not
Red or
unsaturated
I'm imagining
colours.
warm, because also
I think like an orangey red. But the thing is, you could change the interpretation of the colour once the audience realises, like, because it goes from being happy, and then it could go from being like love, as in like red, and then it could go to like, danger or crime and stuff.
I was kind of thinking I wanted to kind of use a lot of red and blue.
I was thinking
thinking blue towards the end, like with the cold, isolated.
Yeah, because he's dead.
But when I imagine it first, I think warm, because I think that's more effective.
I think yellow.
Because you're putting two like warm colours. Like I'm thinking orangey. Also like I wanted like a warm setting. I feel like it looks better for that 50s feel as well.
I feel like for the flashbacks you should do them in like an unsaturated colour, because obviously it's like
Black and white. Would that even work?
Just like like colour, but like less like with
Just
less
washed
gradient.
out. Like as in,
bleached out
I
colour,
think yellow would be a really
And
good
maybe
colour.
with like
And
a
it's
slow shutter speed
I
or
think-
something to make it kind of look slow motion, like kind of distorted a little bit.
Yeah,
'cause it's
that's
a memory,
what I
I
was
guess.
thinking. Like when I picture someone dancing in a room, I picture it like slowly.
I think yellow definitely signifies that sort of like sickness, like
Yeah.
mental illness.
Yeah.
sort
But
of colour.
also, you got to make it like quite like a sickly yellow, because also like a warm yellow can signify happiness. But then also, she is happy that she has just killed her
Killed her,
husband.
yeah,
that's
so it's
more
kind of like
disturbing.
I feel like she should wear like a dress,
a dress.
long
like a not a
white
long
dress.
but like something that could like move around, not move,
Flowy,
maybe
like a
red
wedding
lips.
What you could
dress.
do is you could have her like, because of the use of like with the use of mise en scène, you could sort of pan out from her dress, like say that like because how would you, unless you like flash back to the scene where she's killing him, you could also like pan out like with like pan out from the room and change focus from her onto like the background. Do you know what I mean? With like more like things that signify like what's happened. Do you know what I
instead of
mean?
just her.
Yeah, like say you can't see that the room's a massive mess because there's just been a fight or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is also really random. I feel like she could wear like red lipstick. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but, like,
that's
something-
very
And like do the hair like the six like
curly.
I think almost look into mania, like look into like
I can help
research
with that.
mania and like what
It looks like.
yeah, because
Dilated
like,
pupils.
like she's just basically like
Gone manic.
manic, like she's gone manic,
Yeah.
like the energy, like as if like the audience would portray it as like happiness and excitement, and then you sort of like
It's disturbing
You can
happiness
see-
and
yeah.
excitement.
I was gonna say you could add like voices in the background of like arguments they had, but I don't. Are you not allowed to do that? 'Cause it's-
You're not allowed to have any
No
dialogue.
dialogue.
Are you allowed to use? You're allowed to use music, aren't you?
I feel like cut the end scene.
Unless I did like blurred dialogue.
I think
Yeah,
so it's
that's
not
what
actually
it's
dialogue,
blur,
it's just shouting.
I think also pure silence at some parts would actually also be quite disturbing, because like the use of like actual silence as if like there's like nothing left, like silence,
I
like
feel.
death, like silence. Do you know what I mean?
No, I'm not even kidding. I want to see how it would work if she starts off dancing with music, but the first disturbing flashback, it just goes silent from there.
You could also change her, like the way that she presents herself. She could start off as being quite manic, and then she also almost comes to the realization of what's happened, and then she goes into like this stage of like just absolute like psychomania.
Like she could look
Like-
really perfect at first, like her lipstick's all done nicely, like her makeup,
And
her
then
hair, and then
slowly-
it slowly just keeps getting worse, and her hair
I mean,
goes
you could al-
crazy. Or...
Do you have somebody that's being this lady?
Yeah, I was gonna have.
It'd be really cool if
You
you
can do
like
it, that's
almost sublimely added that sense of like what do you call it? Split personality disorder, and she gets like really confused, and she thinks someone's killed her husband, but you like portray that. Do you know what I mean? Like show the confusion. I don't know. I'm reaching, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think definitely adding the touch of mania would look really good with it.
Yeah.
And I think you should use like maybe like opera or classical music.
Yeah, some sort of weird
Yeah,
50s
like a
it could
fast
be like
violin or something. Or I don't know, maybe not. Or maybe jazz. I don't know.
Oh my goodness! You could instead have the music get quicker,
So it goes violin.
so it goes more chaotic.
Oh, yeah.
Like you know when the violin
Yeah,
when it goes really
like
fast?
Yeah.
like
As if just like it's an organised mess.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
like imagine it starts off slow. And it's just a slow burner,
And she's
and
just
then
slowly, and then it goes.
Typically, it goes slower. It doesn't
She
go
could
quicker.
you could maybe put at the start like her putting on a record,
Yeah,
and
that's
the
what-
needle scratches.
and
Yeah.
then like you can hear her putting it in, and then she starts like.
And then
dancing.
Yeah.
the drop to silence will be far more
dramatic.
dramatic
If the music's
if it's
faster.
faster.
I agree.
I think juxtaposing like the elements of like what you want to achieve, like for example, like what we talked about, like using the yellow which symbolises happiness and then sadness, and like the look of excitement that also links to mania, and the music, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when people use children in horror films, and
Yeah.
children are supposed to symbolise happiness, which is why it makes it so disturbing.
Yeah, you should use things that like can mean have like two different
meanings.
Yeah.
So you could have her laughing with silence. So you know when people
Yeah.
scream and there's like
Yeah.
You could almost have the scene represent a plot twist in your desired entire film. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Add a shock factor.
Lovely. Thank you guys.
of course.